Welcome to SmashingBloke.com. Here at SmashingBloke, we're in love with cryptocurrency and all of that good stuff. So what's going on today? 26th of September 2018. Well, the markets are green, which is good. It's been a roller coaster few days, hasn't it? It's been pretty hectic. XRP led us into this bull run. We charged up the mountain and then hit this wall, came down a bit, and now we seem to be middling in the middle. So let's hope we keep that middle ongoing, and hopefully it will return to a bull run. Okay, today SmashingBloke wants to talk to you about Lisk. Lisk is a decentralized application and sidechain development platform. But before I do that, let's take a quick look at the market and see exactly where we are at this point in time. Okay, 26th of September 2018, time check, 10:30 a.m. Market cap currently standing at $212 billion with 24-hour trade volume of $14 billion. Bitcoin is currently listed at $6,463 with a market dominance of 52.7%. Best performer in the last 24 hours has been Eternal Token, up 84.46% and now trading at $1.24. Eternal Token, by the way, had an all-time high of now, I guess. Okay, let's talk about Lisk. So why Lisk? Well, developers tend to work really hard for minimum return on centralized platforms, centralized projects. It tends to be that the entity who's running the project or running the platform is the one that makes the big bucks. When developers think, okay, let's get into this decentralized space, they're not sure which is the best way of getting into the space because the different platforms are currently using different languages. Bitcoin is using C++. Ethereum uses this specialist language called Solidity. So it's a bit confusing as to which way should I really go? Which language should I really focus on right now to get into this space? Lisk wants to change this. What Lisk wants to do is make the development of blockchain applications easier for developers and also to allow these developers to get a much bigger slice of the pie. So how do Lisk plan on doing this? Well, Lisk plan on using JavaScript, which is a language which is known to many developers out there, which is used on applications and as websites as their core programming language. This should enable a lot of developers to quickly come into the game and start building apps with relative ease. Lisk has created a software developers kit, SDK, for the developers, which has a focus on the user experience and developer support. This SDK has 4 parts. It has the consensus algorithm with the default being DPoS, delegated proof of stake. It has SideChains, which allows the development of autonomous projects, which are then linked to the main chain. This keeps the main chain lean, agile, and efficient, and developers are not limited by the constraints of working on a single blockchain architecture where all the apps reside on that single blockchain. The SDK also includes a backend that allows developers to access customizable code that allows them to easily and independently create their DAPPS. It also has a front end, which is the user interface, the UI. You can search for all DAPPS on the Lisk platform using the Lisk client because all DAPPS that are built on the Lisk platform are registered with the main chain. So let's say you're a developer and you're building something and you need, let's say, an image library, then you can search the Lisk platform, find an image library that has been built by a different team, a different project. You can take that code because it's open source and you can utilize that code within your own project. It makes it easier for developers to share code. You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. So who's working on this? Who's working on this? Let's take a look. Well, as you can see, it's a pretty interesting team. SmashingBloke might be going to see this team tomorrow. I want to find out a lot more about this Lisk project, so I might be coming back to you with an update. When do we see all this good stuff? Well, Lisk Core 1.0 is live. We know that's out there. We also know that Lisk are possibly looking at rewriting some of the JavaScript aspects in TypeScript and some of the core components of the Lisk platform in C++. But once again, SmashingBloke will possibly bring you an update later on this week after he's met up with the Lisk team and has a better understanding of what the future holds for Lisk. So what does SmashingBloke think about Lisk? Well, I think it's great. I think it's a great platform. I think the fact that developers are easily able to build dApps using the SDK and writing in JavaScript, a language that most developers out there know, especially most front-end developers. Yeah, I think Lisk has great potential. SmashingBloke out. If you like what SmashingBloke does, please give us some likes and subscribe. SmashingBloke, peace.